Okay, now, when we're growing up, some of us going through school have assessments done to check on how intelligent we are, the IQ. Some of us then, as we grow older, and more recently, it's become very clear how important emotional intelligence is, particularly in a team environment, and how we learn to work with other people. And that's our EQ. Now, Frank has come up with something very special as a result of his experiences through life. And Frank, we would love you to tell us about HQ, Hope Quotient. Frank, over to you, sir.
HQ. You know, I thought about it, in most cultures, IQ is enthroned and enshrined as the ultimate achievement for human beings. But science tells us that IQ and even EQ are mostly inherited spaces where if most people that are smart have some smart people in their lineage, and most people that move well together in emotional spaces typically come from those type of spaces as well. So for me, I was thinking, and I didn't come up with the concept of HQ. I wish I was that smart. I stole it from someone else who was using it in a different context, but I said, that is brilliant to me. What human being moves forward well without hope? What human can really navigate the space of life in a hopeless condition? Not very many. So I started exploring that, and really the exploration coming from segregation and abject poverty that I came up in the South, as my bio says, the second of 15 children. Very, very, very poor. My schools weren't integrated until I was in 8th grade. So I grew up in segregation and poverty, which were touch points of my life. So deep down inside of me, there was this thing that said, Frank, you're less than other people. Everyone else is more than you, particularly those that have a different melanin level of skin tone than you. They are automatically better. And I grew up with that. A good student in school myself. I've always been pretty academically inclined, but it wasn't celebrated coming up either, growing up in the projects. So I joined the Air Force to escape my upbringing and had my initial opportunity to meet a white person when I was 18 years old for the very first time. And it dispelled all the craziness that I thought life was, that people could love you, that people could reach out to you and embrace you and see your talent, skills, and abilities, regardless of this color barrier that I thought was so important. So a study of HQ became very, very, very important to me as I was looking, because for the first time in my life, as a late teenager, I felt as though I had a semblance of hope that life could look better, it could be brighter, and that there was something on the horizon for me that was better than the things that I'd left behind. So hope, what does it do? It does some incredible things. Matter of fact, I believe it's the foundation of life. Doesn't matter how smart you are, doesn't matter how connected you are, all of those things, if it's not an undergirding of hope that's involved in that, it's rare that a human being even taps the edges of their potential. And a person reaching for their potential is a very, very powerful thing. You know, no one's ever walked up to me and said, Frank, I am so encouraged by my marriage that I'm divorcing. No one's ever walked up to me and said, Frank, I am so stoked about school that I'm dropping out. Or my business is so incredible that I'm shutting it down. No one says that, because encouragement creates inside of us movement, and it creates inside of us hope. to be able to do more than we've done before. So those are the things, and I call this the disease of discouragement. Hope helps you with the disease of discouragement, because discouragement is a universal disease. We all get it. Discouragement is a repeating disease. You can catch it more than once. Discouragement is a contagious disease. You catch it from discouraging people. That's why we're here tonight, right? Because we want to be excited. We want to get stoked about life again, and being around great humans helps to create that. I'm so glad that Wendy Corner and her team said, Frank, you can come on screen and you can talk about encouragement, because it's a space that changes human beings' lives. And isn't that obvious that it happens for each and every one of us? Discouragement is always circumstantial. It always has a cause. Discouragement is deadly, and it kills. It will kill you. It will kill your dream. It'll kill your possibilities. It'll kill your relationships, your connections, and everything that's really near and dear to you can be destroyed by the disease of discouragement. Let me tell you a little story that really kind of highlights and puts this at the fore. I knew two men, and this is a true story, both here in the greater Colorado Springs area. One was a bum, and he lived in the park. He was a homeless guy, had no hope or anything. And he just, day after day, he had just integrated himself into the homeless community. And he started just living that way as a purpose and as a way of life. This guy that would walk through the park would see the homeless guy there every day, sleeping underneath a bush, and he would go, just like me and possibly like you, why would anyone live that way? What's that guy's problem? Why doesn't he get a job? Isn't there something else that he should or could be doing in life? And he would walk through, and over a course of 6 months, out of the corner of his eye, he would see the homeless guy. He got curious one day. He walked over to the guy as he was sleeping underneath the bush, and he tapped the homeless man and said, "Can I hear your story?" We are an accumulation of stories. It was a powerful moment for the homeless guy. He got up, he told the guy his story, and the guy took him home with him. 1 year later, this homeless guy was the chief of the fuels division for Raytheon at the Airforce Academy, because the power of someone to see beyond the obvious and look and give and grant hope to another human being is one of the most powerful forces on earth. And that story isn't meant to just move people in a certain way or cause you to go, "Oh, isn't that sweet?" Because for me, that story means so much, because 39 years ago, I was that homeless guy in Acacia Park. And someone else came and saw beyond my hopelessness, my homelessness, and my plight, and gave me opportunity to see life in a different light. No one can do that but human beings. We are the ones that are responsible for creating hope in other humans. And there are 7 ways that you can build hope. I'd love to share that with you right quick. And if you think about these, and if you gravitate to them, and if you take a hold of them and say, yes, those things sound good, or they're actionable, they're things that I can really do to create hope in me on a daily basis, I'm hoping that it'll help you. Number 1, you need to recharge your batteries, because no one does well running on empty. Find things that charge you up. Find things that help you know that you're alive on earth. Be around people that hold up your hands when you're weary. Get something in your life that can charge your batteries. Number 2, you need to raise your expectations, because you don't get what you deserve, you get what you expect. What are you expecting from life? What do you think's gonna come from the life that you're living right now? Is there hope involved in your movement right now that's taking you to the place that you ultimately want to go? Do you even know where you want to go? Number 3, you need to refocus on the future. It's time to throw away your rearview mirror No one goes forward well when they're always looking behind, right? There's a reason that a windshield is big and the rearview mirror is small. You're supposed to exponentially be looking forward much more than you're looking backwards. Number 4, you need to play to your strengths. And you have those. We all have those. You were put on earth for a specific reason. Hope helps you to find that reason to live that way and to show up and become your best self. Number 5, refuse to go it alone. You know, even the Lone Ranger had Tonto. No one gets through this situation called life by themselves. Find trustworthy people that can help you navigate the life that you're looking for. Number 6, you need to replace burnout with balance. You need to have a balance in your life. I don't believe in work-life balance. I believe in work-life integration. When you're doing what you're designed to do, your work and your life will integrate at every level, and you'll have joy in the process. And lastly, play great defense. Have defense around your life. Put some boundaries around that you know will keep you safe and will keep you moving forward, will keep you encouraged and keep you hopeful. Hope, the hope quotient, is a way that we build a great future.